hopefully not for too long. I'm going to do a tune. I just want you to think in your head. Don't blurt anything out, but just think in your head, for those of you who are like myself, a little older, if you recognize this. If there was words, it'd be like, look at that big ape. That must be where he lives. Bum bum. Look at those old bones. They must be worth some bucks. Dun, dun. Finish this for me. Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. You guys don't remember that? How many people remember Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom? You guys. Holy cow. Come on. Seriously? Saturday afternoons? Marlon Perkins? Jim, his long-suffering assistant who was beat up by every animal in Central Africa? Nobody remembers this? It was a nature show. And you saw two things on this nature show. One, you saw animals getting ripped apart by predators. The second thing was you saw animals being born. As an 8-year-old, I didn't want to see either one of those things. But Scooby-Doo was over by noon. There was nothing else to watch on TV. Here was the thing I learned, though. And I think you guys know this. Herd animals in Africa. There's a lot of predators in Africa, as you can imagine, as you know. It takes them only 12 to 30 minutes to stand and to be able to run as fast as their mother. What an awful life, by the way. Just saying. It takes them less than 30 minutes. It took me 42 minutes to get out of bed this morning. But these animals, within 30 minutes can run. Does anybody know what the most helpless child, baby, pup, calf in the entire world is? Human beings. I have 3 kids. I was present for the birth of 2 of them. And I was told by many people, it's life-changing. You go in, you're going to cry, you're going to get emotional. It's your children. Children being born. I have to tell you, that's all lies. It was, how they say, I'm sorry, this is terrible. Newborn babies are beautiful, right? I'm thinking of an illustration. Do you guys know the movie Alien? All I remember was, listen, I love my kids. I have 3 kids. I love them to death. Samantha, Abigail, and the other one. So Abigail, I was at her birth, and they tried to hand her to me, and I said, look, here's some cotton wool, just daub that thing off. And then they did the thing where they have the clamps, and they look for stuff for the dad to do. I think they look at you in the corner, and they have mercy on you, and they think, oh, we'll give him something to do, let him cut the umbilical cord. I didn't cut the umbilical cord because I'm like, what do I work here now? No, just get all out of the way. But anyway, sorry, I'm off track. Human beings, when we're born, are more helpless, I think, as you say, than any animal on the planet. All of you listening to me today were cared for hour by hour, day by day, by somebody. Not everybody had great parents. I was lucky enough to have fantastic parents, but not everybody did. But someone fed you. Someone took care of you. Someone changed your diapers, and you couldn't do anything for yourself for years. So why, oh why, would the God of our universe, created everything, including time itself and the reality we live in, choose to come to earth to save us in the form of a child? A couple of reasons. One, it's God. And God loves to remind us, I can do anything. And you have to remember that all the time, because I'm going to remind you, I can do anything. And the second is to remind us that, like the baby Jesus, our faith in our hearts has to be taken care of hour by hour and day by day. And I'm not saying you have to run home and spend 40 hours this week reading through the entire Bible or trying to memorize it. Just small things every single day to take care of your faith. Because we have to remind ourselves, not just on Christmas, but every day of the year, that God loves us so fully and completely that if he had to come to earth to save just one person, you, he would have done it. I want you to think about that and seriously contemplate it. Not just to save all of humanity throughout history. If it was just to save you, he would have done it. And that's how important you are. I know Christmas is a difficult time because we're all expected to be happy. And not all of us are. Maybe we're not lucky enough to live near our family or our friends. Maybe you feel a little bit lonely. Maybe you're going through a challenging time with your health or the health of someone you love. Maybe you've lost your job. God is always with you. And you know what? You have your own new dysfunctional family here at St. Thomas. And you can show up any week that you wish. Because I'm going to try and remind you every single week of just how important every single one of you are, despite where you are in your life. God came into the world as a little child so that we could first care for him, and now he cares for all of us. I want you to remember when you go to sleep tonight, the last thing I want you to think is this: I am that important to God. And all of these difficult things that you go through in life, you are never going to ever go through them alone. Ever. You know, you'll see on all of these wonderful, beautiful hangings that we have and pictures and paintings, there's one commonality of all of them, is the star that guided the wise man in and let the shepherds know where Jesus was. The beautiful thing about the star is, if you've ever navigated, the North Star stays stationary like this star in the sky, spiritually following God, keeping our eyes on Christ. It doesn't matter what the terrain is. Sometimes it's flat and easy. Sometimes it's incredibly difficult. But if you keep your eye on your faith, it'll help power you through everything that's going on in your life, the good and the bad. Seriously, God bless all of you on this wonderful Christmas night. I'll leave you with this last thing. If you have anybody that is on your mind or on your heart that you haven't spoken to in a long time, could be a brother or sister, a friend, call them. I can guarantee you, especially at this time of year, if you call somebody out of the blue you haven't talked to in years, you're not going to get a negative response. And all you got to do is say, you know what? I thought I would call you. I was thinking about you. Do it. Do it. Give yourself that gift. Give them that gift. It's a wonderful time of year. God bless you all. Have a Merry Christmas.